All right, let's roll out to Princeton, New Jersey, and talk to the great and powerful Conrad. What's up, Conrad?
Hey, Dr. John.
What up?
Just rocking on to the break of dawn.
Yeah. What's up, man? How we doing?
I'm doing all right.
All right, let's get to it, dude. How can I help?
So I'm really looking about how do I go about getting my friends back together, or just to figure out how to navigate our lives moving forward. I've had the same core group of friends for the last 15, 20 years, and I love them all. They're all amazing folks, but in the past few years, there's been like a rift in the group, and it all really came to a head a week ago. I was getting everyone together, just wanted to treat everybody to dinner and, have a good time with everybody, and it was made clear that some folks didn't want to be there. They just flat out didn't want to be there if certain folks were coming along. So there's this huge rift between everyone. I'm still friends with everyone, but it sort of put me in the middle of things. So I really want to respect my friends and their wishes to sort of grow as people, but respect the other folks involved at the same time, and I'm really struggling with it.
Yeah, man. How old are you?
30 this year. Jeez.
30 this year. Well, congratulations. You're almost dead now because you're really old. Just kidding. I was going to lay it out. It's hard, man, but this is how it happens. There's friendships that you look back on that mean everything. And we have 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of history, and we did everything together, and then they're gone. Or one friend hooks up with somebody else's wife, or one friend gets divorced, or one friend you find out abused their kid, or one friend passes away, one friend moves. And the world of trying to hold it all together as a 30-year-old becomes really hard. And if you've ever listened to this show, I'm always talking about how hard. It's the worst. Having kids is awesome. Making friends at 35, I don't do a good enough job talking about how heartbreaking it is when your friendships change at 30.
Yeah, it's sort of, because I still talk to everyone, and it was like, just this week we saw some folks, and they were like, "Oh, do you still talk to so-and-so?" And it's like, I'm in this weird position because it's like, yeah, we had dinner a couple nights ago, but they're just not talking to you.
Okay, wait. Well, why is that a weird position for you?
So, it's
because it sounds like you have positioned yourself as the wedding planner, like a J-Lo movie, and you're like, it's your job to make sure everybody's doing it. And it's your job to love well and be honest with people and to allow yourself to be loved. And so if they have rifts, cool, man, I'm still going to hang out. And if they ever put you in a position to say, hey, if you're with them, you're not with me, then you got a choice to make.
I mean, luckily I have a good friend of mine. When we were planning this whole thing, he said, listen, I just want to be upfront with you. I'm sort of growing as a person. I really don't want to hang out with these folks anymore. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not going to tell you who to hang out with. And I appreciated him being so upfront with it. But it's like, it's when friends start asking about, oh, what about this person? What about this person? And it's like, I should just be honest with them and tell them
that's not your story to tell. I would just say,
that's the part I'm struggling with.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
Yeah.
Ta-da. Like, you don't have to give an explanation.
Oh, you're right. It is rough because it's like, it's not the whole group. It's like, a couple folks and then everybody else.
That's right.
And it's just, I feel like I was always the person to include folks and bring them into the fold. But now that it's like this distinct division.
But you're not bringing people into the fold. They're trying to leave and you're trying to force them to stay. That's different. There's something about including people who are on the margins, people who are on the outside, people that you think would be great in the gang. There's another thing when people in the gang are like, hey, it's run its course for me, I'm out. And you're like, no, you gotta stay. You gotta, like, we're all gonna. That's a different story. That's you propping up your picture of what this is supposed to look like, not honoring the person on the margins.
Yeah,
I realize that sucks the way I just said that.
No, you're right. It's like, I love them and I care about them, and I need to
honor their wishes,
respect
man.
Respect that they want to grow.
Yeah.
And
or that they think that this guy just sucks, right? It's not even about growth. It's like, I don't like that dude. He always gets drunk and acts like an idiot, or he always hits on my wife, or
and
whatever.
It's rough. Yeah. it's really respecting them and respecting their journey with it. And there's no like bad blood. There's no like somebody slept with somebody's wife or something like that. But it's just, people growing as people, and it's like, I guess it's coming to terms with the idea that I had for the future, and like, we've got, we'll work together and go through, like, all right, having kids and doing all that, and like sort of have those people going through it with you, and accepting the idea that that picture that I built for myself is a little different now, and that people are changing, and I can't control that. It's rough.
One of my favorite people I've ever had the opportunity to be friends with. He was in my wedding. I participated in his. I had a bad situation, a housing situation, and I moved into his kitchen. Literally, he got rid of his kitchen table and moved my bed into his kitchen table, in his kitchen. He's an amazing guy. And we were young, knuckleheads. We went to a Blink-182 concert years ago. And then I went again recently, and I texted him a picture. Said, "Man, I missed this." And he goes, "Man, me too. Those are good times." And if I tell you what, if I called him and said I really need some help, he would be here in no time. Because I love him. He loves me. He loves my family. He's friends with my wife. I love his wife. We're connected. We always will be. But it's different now. He's an executive in some big fancy company. We live 17 hours away by car. I'm a YouTuber, for God's sake. Like, right? So it happened. And if I could do anything to flip that, I would. Because I miss the guy in my life. He's one of the greatest friends a guy could have. And I'm so excited for his professional opportunities and for him and his family and all the things. And I know he has the same for me. And so it's just making peace and grieving what was and making peace with what is. And then I've got to do the hard, scary work of making friends in my local community. And that's terrible. But here we are, right? And that's just one dude, man. There's like multiple guys that like, remember when. And here we are. And I wish it wasn't right around 30 when it all happens, but that's a pretty common time for people to have their first kid, people to have their first breakup, people to be like, hey, I'm not drinking anymore. Whatever the thing is, I don't go to church anymore. I do go to church. I'm super Jesus freak. Whatever the thing is, it just happens around this time.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of things and sort of a new season of life. And I don't know, man. Nobody really talks about it.
They don't.
With the show, thankfully, but
well, they
nobody
don't.
talks about this. Like, hey, things will change.
I appreciate you calling. Here's what I would tell you to do. Next time somebody, and bravo to him for having the courage to set a boundary, right? Like, hey, man, I'm just, if that guy's going to be here, I'm just going to bail. It's cool. You'll have a great time. Bravo to him for not being a drama queen about it, not causing a bunch of, if he comes, I'm out. And if you choose him, he didn't do that. He acted like a grown-up, right? So bravo to him, and bravo for you for respecting him. And I want you to, when that happens, literally, this is going to sound cheesy, put your hand on your body where you feel it. Is it in your chest? Is it in your shoulders? Like when your buddy's like, hey, I'm not going to make it. And you think of that room and only 80% of the gang is there, right? Feel that for a second and be like, man, I wish everybody would be there. It sucks. Whew. And then you blow it out. And you put your hand on your chest and you say, cool, I'm proud of you for making a decision. And I'm going to go ahead with a party. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And that's the best you can do. And if somebody says, hey, have you seen so-and-so? Like, yeah, we grabbed dinner the other day. Oh, really? Why aren't they here? They didn't want to make it. They couldn't make it. There are things going on. That's all you got to do. You don't got to tell other people's stories. But it's mostly you coming to terms with people have the right to come and go, and they will come and go in your life. And it hurts, and it's hard, and it's completely normal. And the one thing you can control is I am going to be a person that surrounds myself with friends and community. That's the kind of guy I'm going to be. I'm going to have people. Even when I'm tired, even when I don't want to, I'm going to have people. I'm proud of you, brother. Thanks for calling, man. And thanks for reminding me. I need to talk more about that 28 to 33-year-old season when everybody kind of starts splintering and moving on. And there's that sense of loss. And hey, let's keep the text threads going and the memes going. But it's all just not the same. Find some new buddies to invite into the fold and make sure you stay connected to the guy that stepped out. Whew. Sorry, the pictures are changing, man. As Blink-182 said, I guess this is growing up.